All right, welcome to Pros with Pints.
Hey! What episode? What are we on here? Episode 4?
Wow. This is episode 4, isn't it?
4 times, yeah.
Episode 4?
Episode 4.
Still don't have a script.
I must have missed one.
That's okay.
This is going to be straight up off the cuff. So,
Yeah.
Amanda, you're
Go.
clearly the smartest person we've had on here so far, besides
Well.
me. And
Will you
I
invite
think
me back
Amanda-
after a couple months after you've had more people on?
I don't know.
The surprising
How many-
thing about that comment is that you want to talk with us more. Like, I don't.
I do.
A little frightened.
You guys are funny.
A little
I
frightened.
enjoy the banter.
That's good. That's good.
Enjoy the
Sorry,
banter.
Good, don't-
sorry, I'm kicking the beer.
Ginormous.
Well, we started with Colty and Bergie last time talking about how they got into the game.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes, which is very interesting.
so let's hear the Amanda Minchin story.
The Amanda Minchin story. Sounds like a Lifetime Network movie.
This time on Amanda Minchin. And we last found Amanda roaming the hills of Estevan.
The Hills.
Oh, boy. All right, yeah, let's
So
put her
you're
in the spot.
the
Right?
general
Yeah.
manager of TS&M Woodlawn.
TS&M Woodlawn. It's a funny name, yes.
It is a funny name. I always
It's
forget
naming
that.
rights. TS&M is
Yeah.
an oil supply company that gives
Oh.
some naming rights, so that's why. Yes, people
Good
often
golf
look at
course.
you when they don't know that.
Great golf course.
I
Lots of
like
fun.
to think so. Yeah,
Yeah, lots of fun.
Really good golf course. Really good.
Deposited a few golf balls there last time on that back nine.
Yeah, it's,
Back nine is tricky. Yeah, it's different.
Like
I
the
never
first,
got to
the
play
first
it.
hole's good though.
I never got to play
Wide
it before the rebuild, before the flood wiped out half
Oh,
the
you
course.
didn't play
I never played
the old school back
original.
nine? Oh.
Yeah.
I actually didn't either.
Is this easier or harder than
This is harder.
harder?
Much.
Yeah, a little bit. This is much more target based. The old school back nine, as I call it, which I grew up on, it was fun and had definitely some different holes. But this one is, I'd say it's trickier. You got to put the ball in certain places. And
Okay. And how long have you been there?
how long have I been at the club?
Yeah.
Do I have to age myself? No. I've grown up at the club that I'm now the general manager at. So I started. Yeah, it is what it is. I think it's cool. So I started playing golf at 12, and I started working on the golf course when I was 14. So.
So
a
you've been
few
there for
years.
5 years.
5 years.
So 5 years you made it to
I was going to
general
be like
manager.
6 or
Wow.
7 years. We went straight to 5 there.
Yeah.
That is 19.
Really
That's good.
just an upper
The youngest GM.
First beer. First
TS&M
beer. I'm
Woodlawn.
so happy
Yeah.
to be part of this
Yeah,
first
can I see
beverage.
your ID? Make sure your legal
Yeah.
age here.
Oh, didn't check that.
Oh, you guys are charming. Yes. So
You hear that? Charming.
started at 14. You know, the range kid job, and then worked maintenance, worked in food and beverage, and then worked in the golf shop, and then while I was sort of finding myself, as we all call it, playing golf and traveling around playing amateur stuff, worked in the golf shop, and then 2009 joined the PGA of Canada and was an assistant pro under Brian Duick for 5 years, and then became head pro in 2015. GM in 2017. Sorry, 2018. Yeah.
From
Yes.
all at the same course. So from
All at the same course.
How was
yes.
maintenance?
range attendant.
Maintenance.
Those are the
You
good
ever
old
done a
days
shift
of
on maintenance?
iPod and
Yeah,
iPod in and just.
I did one season on
I did 1 day on maintenance.
I've
one
done
season.
one
Yeah,
day.
one season. You know what? I liked it. It was good. It was good learning experience. It was definitely a lot of. At that time, I think I was 19, so going to work at 5 a.m. was an eye opener. But yeah, it was good. It was good.
It's fun.
It
I
was
got
fun.
1 day in on maintenance, a shoveled course during irrigation
That's not how
season.
Where
you
was
want to.
At Avonlea.
Avonlea.
Yeah,
That's
and
a bad
it was pro
Yeah.
bono too. I didn't never get paid for the day.
Well, Ricky and I did.
You volunteered.
Yeah, I
Ricky
did.
and I did 1 day with our maintenance crew with tarps.
Oh, I think I should add that. I
So
think I
that
pulled
was our
tarps one time,
grounds
too.
crew guy came in and said, your fingers are going to be all the way down to the ground tomorrow. And
Those are horrible starting days on Noah. You guys need to get on
I
a
have
mower and
dainty
do
hands.
some,
I'm not a-
yeah, no, I wouldn't want to
I'm
do
not
tarps
a-
either. I learned how to run all the mowers and
Our maintenance guys
Cut
spend
holes.
most of their day hitting shots off the asphalt onto the 14th green. So I like to jump in on that day.
that'd be a good day.
Some
Yeah.
interesting people on that green.
off the asphalt.
It's right out the back door of the shop.
Did you ever get to cut greens? There's something very
No.
poetic about cutting greens.
No.
I think
I've
if
always
you,
wanted to cut pins.
And cutting pins is
Yeah, I learned how
Yeah.
to do that. I
It's
just
fun.
never
Yeah,
actually did
I would always want to do that just because
Anytime you guys want to learn how to do that,
it.
I'm here.
Wait a minute, is this
Sure.
like a recruitment interview?
Yeah,
Alright.
so yeah,
So
I've
working
done
grounds crew Estevan this
a bit
year.
of, yeah. It's great.
Well, that's interesting. So all the
Yeah.
way from range gate up through every
Yeah.
job you could possibly have at the
Pretty much.
Anything you didn't do?
Yeah, I was never really the accountant.
Yeah.
But as GM, you're definitely thrown into some of that. So
A little bit of everything.
yeah, it's been a pretty cool ride, and obviously treated very well, and very happy there. And I love our golf course, and
Yeah.
um,
And you guys got a
yeah,
pretty substantial, massive junior program there too. As
I like
well.
to think that we do. It's obviously I'm a product of it, so came from that. We had very good volunteers, guys that have been there helping out for 30 years that are still helping me out. So just that community effort and that sort of thing is a really cool thing to be part of. But yeah, we have in the last couple of years we've had a really good group of kids that have been playing MJT events and Saskatchewan junior tournaments and provincials. So yeah, I think then the future looks positive. So
It's always a good thing.
yeah.
That's awesome.
No
What's
complaints.
what's your favorite golf moment? You did something pretty cool last year.
Favorite golf moment?
You did something cool last year, but what's your favorite golf
I
moment?
did something cool.
Oh, you tried to qualify for an LPGA
Oh.
event. That's pretty cool.
Yes, that was cool. That was my second try.
Was it?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I think you said.
Failed both times, but that's okay.
Whatever.
Favorite golf
Try.
moment ever? Holy smokes, that's
In the spot.
On the spot.
that is.
Hurry up. We're not got a time frame here.
I thought we have an hour.
Yeah, at least an hour. I'm just trying to.
Oh,
We're gonna be a little bit.
Yeah,
Sounds
the
like the rib
LPGA
the
was
guests.
cool. Like I mean, that's got to be some different pressure.
That was I mean,
You know?
it definitely was pressure. I used to play high caliber amateur and tour around a little bit and play some mini tour stuff and obviously we play on our PGA stuff, but hadn't played under that kind of pressure for a while, so it was definitely kind of a jolt to the system.
Mm-hmm.
But very, very fun and very cool and very awesome to be a part of that and to see Bobby Brandon
Yeah,
qualify for her second time.
That's awesome.
super cool.
Very cool because I've known
Yeah.
her a long time, and that was awesome. And I think on the just the general golf side, being there when Brooke Henderson won last year was
Yeah, it was
a pretty cool thing. Pretty cool thing for Regina,
Yeah.
Saskatchewan, Canada, female golf in general.
Were you there all 4 days?
I was there Wednesday with some juniors for.
Oh yeah.
We
The
did walk with the
walk up,
pro
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
We took some kids up to that, and then I watched Friday and Sunday.
Yes.
So, yeah. So that was very cool.
enjoyable.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've had lots of cool things happen because golf has been my life for pretty much ever, as I'm sure it has been for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So getting to see, yeah, I got to see Tiger Woods play in Australia in 2009. That was
That's neat.
pretty cool. He played the Australian Masters, so that was pretty awesome.
Did you win that one?
He did, yes.
Sweet.
He did.
That guy.
He's good at golf.
That was a pretty cool thing. It was like hordes of people and
Mhm.
like you were running to just catch a glimpse, and people were like climbing
Yeah.
the grandstand,
That was
climbing.
2009, you
Yeah,
said?
that was kind of right before his life fell apart.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everything's kind of went
Right before it all
Right,
spiraled.
like a week later, everything ran. But to see him up close, it
Yeah.
was pretty amazing.
That's what it felt like for Brooke almost, which was really cool because like I don't think you see much of that. I mean, you see some of the videos of Tiger and it's not even close to what we had in Regina, where it's 10 people deep and you're standing over the back trying to jump and see something. But that was when I followed her group on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, you go 2 holes up and watch the holes come, watch them come up, and then watch Brooke come through, and then you go 2 holes or 3 holes, and then as it got to the end of the day, it was like, okay, we better find a spot because
And hunker down,
because we're not gonna.
Otherwise, you're not going to see.
Yeah, we're not gonna get around the 18th.
I found that neat. Like I went on I think the Thursday to watch. I never actually got to watch Brooke play, but even, as a fan of all golf, I still found myself trying to seek out the big names and get to the crowds where all the people were and wanted to be like, holy, I see that girl on TV and TV commercials, and here she is right in front of me playing. I think it was really neat seeing that whole everything that went into that event and the work that the volunteers put in, the people in the province, and I think I hope it does really great things for the game. And we did the same thing. We took about 25 kids from the Long Creek Junior program. We took them on a Thursday, and they had a blast. Walking around, and
it was a good program. Our kids had a good time. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What was what anything stand out watching Tiger?
Anything stand out? Well, obviously, of course, just the presence of him and how people wanted to, like I said, people are climbing up on the grandstands trying to just catch a glimpse of him. But watching him hit that low stinger shot that he was known for, and obviously still is, but back then he was drilling it off tee boxes, and to watch him hit it, it's you watch it on TV, it's just so different in person. When he's 15 yards away from you and you're watching him do that,
the ball doesn't get above head height.
And it's just rockets, and you're as somebody who's in the golf world, you're just kind of in awe. So yeah, it was really cool.
I got to see him in Montreal for the President's Cup, which was cool. But I wasn't a Tiger fan back then. I'm a big Tiger fan now that he's back. But back then it was like, and then what got me was, the sound of the ball coming off the club face was different. Yeah. But I got because the President's Cup was not as many people. I was 10 feet away from him, and I kind of went, I expected him to be like 8 feet tall and massive, and and he looked like just a little pipsqueak, and I'm like, whoa, you're not a big deal. Like, what? Yeah, okay, you can hit a golf ball, but like you don't look like anything important. And then you watch him hit this, 5 iron. Did you
say that to him? Did you
hey, so who
are you?
And he was escorted off.
What's your name? Tiger? Lion?
Who are you?
No, and then you watch him hit a 5 iron from 220 to this, and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that's pretty.
You're kind of good, I guess.
Yeah, you're pretty amazing.
But yeah, and it's like it's a blast to watch him come back now. It's fun. How about best golf course you ever played?
Best golf course. So I was lucky enough, that course that Australian Masters was at was Kingston Heath in Melbourne. So my college roommate, who I played college golf with, is from Melbourne and married a golf pro who worked there, and that was the whole reason that was the whole reason I was over there. So I got to play Kingston Heath.
Sweet.
I think it was about a week after that tournament. So it was pretty amazing. And it's in what's known as the Sandbelt area there. So everything's everything's just really soundy, like the rough and everything. But it's just beautiful, and it was amazing. So I'd say that's probably my.
Sounds cool.
Yeah.
They have like I always just think of Royal Melbourne, where it's like the green and then sharp cut and then a bunker.
Yeah, I did also play Royal Melbourne.
Oh, sweet.
A little bit different.
Yeah.
Not quite like that, but.
It was okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
No, they were amazing. Kingston Heath was amazing. Royal Melbourne was amazing. Very lucky that I was able to play them.
How much time did you spend in Australia?
I've been there twice. The first time my college roommate was getting married, so I went for her wedding, and I spent 4 weeks in Australia and 2 weeks in New Zealand. And then I went back again in 2012 and went back to watch the Australian Masters and followed Adam Scott around that time.
Oh, nice.
And
now there's a golf swing you can pick apart.
Played really, a little golf.
Find some things you can improve on.
Yeah, it's not very good.
No, it's
It's picture perfect.
Probably should do an overhaul.
It's pretty unbalanced, and
he's one of the only guys in the world to pass all the TPI evaluations.
Adam Scott?
Yeah.
Really? I heard he was hyper flex, like super flexible, and
he's perfect. I'd marry him.
Well, he has been on GQ.
Yeah,
But he is a very attractive GQ.
Where's he been in the golf world lately?
Yeah, he got married, and he won his Masters, and he got married, and life, it's just golf now. Yeah, he hasn't really done anything. Actually, since they took away his long putter.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it.
The short putter.
Yeah, he had the long putter.
He had the long putter.
In Australia.
He had to play that long putter for...
Excuse me. A while.
It was a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now he's still trying to struggle it out.
He's been around for a while. I remember following him when I was quite a bit younger, like 13, 14. He's been relevant in golf for a long time.
Yeah.
He's probably, I don't know how old he is. He's probably...
I think he's about 37.
I was going to say, is he still in his 30s?
Yeah, probably
I think 30s, so.
Yeah.
What year did he win the Masters?
2010.
Was it
10?
that long ago?
Really? 8 years ago?
Might have been Bubba. Did he split Bubba's wins? Is that Adam Scott? I wanted to playoff beat Angel Cabrera.
What's your bet?
I honestly don't.
You're the Masters guy.
Didn't you say you know everybody?
I used to be able to rattle them off. I think 2013.
I say 13.
Pretty, right?
I'm going with 13.
5 years ago?
That was my...
2013?
Yeah.
Brad.
Yeah, wait.
Call yourself a statistician.
I know, right? I should have been researching this.
Sudden death against Angel Cabrera.
Yeah, I knew that part.
Yes.
Can picture the putty rolled in on number 10 and he yelled, "Come on, Ozzy! Come on!"
How does Bernard Langer get away with the long putter and Adam Scott can't?
Because it's your own.
It's not touching anything, right?
And it's your own call whether it is or not. So it's like he just moves it from here to here, and then it's a swing of the
Pretty
arms.
tight in there.
You're not allowed to anchor any part, so this has to be separated, and then you have to putt from here.
Goes elbows.
But he's
out or
like
something.
here.
But how does a guy like with
So if
Adam
you're-
Scott, who won the Masters, who won all this stuff, and who
Not figure
is
out how
a
to do the same way.
garbage putter,
Yeah.
like
Not figure out how to do it the same
garbage putter for PGA Tour standards, maybe.
Yeah.
You put a disclaimer on
Yeah,
that. People.
you're pretty good, Adam. I'm sorry. I'm sure you watch Pros with Pints.
Defamation
I apologize. But like, how does Adam Scott not figure it out that, like, okay, I can still do this thing? I don't understand that, but
I'm just still hurt that I forgot all the Masters things.
yeah, that's upsetting.
Speaking of putting, though, what are your thoughts on leaving the pin in? Because
Amanda, whose show is this? This is when you get to start asking the questions. Did you just see Garrett?
No!
Garrett was absolutely losing it in the gym today watching DeChambeau play. He's walking off the set. He's watching DeChambeau putt, and he's just giving it to him, and then Teasley will say, DeChambeau has led the field in strokes gained putting yesterday, and then that did not help things. It made things worse. He's actually gone. Oh, he's coming. He's getting another drink.
We driven him to drink.
I was upset in the gym.
He was really
Very
mad.
upset. I don't know. Like,
It looks very funny on TV.
That's
Very funny.
That's what Justin Thomas said. He couldn't do it because he couldn't take himself seriously if he left the pin in.
that's exactly how I'll feel.
Yeah, well, I can't wait till we play together this year and tell you to put the pin back in for me.
I'm going to tell you to that you're a wonderful human.
I'll do it. I'm leaving it in.
I don't know. And John was saying, well, why wouldn't you do something that makes it easier? And I don't know. Like,
I mean, if it's a clear advantage and it's.
But I don't know that it is. I
don't know that it is
Bryson
either.
has done all this
behind
science.
it.
But
I told you about the Dave Pell's article in 2007. If you read that article, Dave Pell's did mountains of research on it and said, absolutely, any chance you have, leave the pin in. The only thing you should do, if it's leaning so far towards you that there's not enough space for the ball to get in the hole, you should fix it. But if it's leaning towards you with enough space for the ball to get in there, don't fix it. Leave it. Putt with it like that. And the science is there. And
I pull it when I'm off the green.
But you give yourself a disadvantage. The science is
I think
there
I just
to
fall
know
into
to.
maybe I bought in so hard to all the sayings, like, oh, it doesn't go in if the goal is in. I can't score.
And like the psychological thing too, because you watch when Phil plays. Well, I've seen what times he's hitting 70-yard wedge shots. He's got the caddy standing on the flag to pull the pin for him.
Torrey Pines.
And
right?
I don't
on the other side of the water and go tend the pin, bones.
So he runs up there.
Yeah,
I'd like to see the numbers on the actual difference. How much of an advantage it gives you. If it's minimal, then. But I
what
like
is the idea of the advantage though? Like, because so from 4 feet, no, I'm not. There's not a chance. But from 20 feet, I guess you're trying to cozy it in there. You're not necessarily trying to ram it in the back of it. So Like, I guess how does a pin help? I guess if it's too quick, does
if it's
it
moving too
potentially
fast.
hit it?
If it's too quick, then yeah.
Because
I don't know.
The advantage is that it will never hurt you. Like it's never going to stop a shot from going in that was going in, but it could make one go in that wasn't going to go in. That's the advantage.
You don't think it'll stop? Okay.
No, the science is there. The research is there that it doesn't.
I guess if it's going
stop.
fast enough, it'll hit the back and probably go out.
Right.
So.
If a shot that hits the pin and doesn't go in wasn't going to go in anyways, is the research that's done. And now, again, we talked about this in the first episode we had, but I think it doesn't take into account any imperfection stuff like that, like so unperfect holes, things like that are gonna.
Because there's nothing like that in golf.
No,
and there's no
all
scientific
greenskeepers
way.
are
It's
perfect,
all
and
perfect.
Every schlep rock that cuts pins cares about his job 100%. Oh, is there a sarcasm button up here? Or no? Okay.
It will. You're right, though. It'll be interesting to see what the stats say and what.
Yeah.
That'll.
I didn't watch the
truth.
first round this week, but I think DeChambeau's the only guy doing it.
That's all I noticed.
I've only noticed DeChambeau. I've noticed.
That's what I think. I've asked Johnny or Kevin, one of those guys.
He also you were saying this morning that he also is leading.
He led
the tournament and
I said that when he stormed off there. He's leading the first round. He led in strokes game.
He stormed off.
I stormed off in the gym. You said that too.
Yeah,
doesn't like that.
It's different.
That
for sure.
to me is the
huge...
most interesting.
See, he just missed
By the
that.
way, just
that 3-footer. Maybe
we
should have
have
had the
the
pin
TV
in.
on right over here in Hawaii for anybody. And Gary Woodland just lipped one.
Gary
out
Woodland knew
like
Wilson
the
staffer.
worst lip out I've ever seen.
Yeah,
Wilson. He's playing the new Cortex driver.
Wilson's
featured
getting
on
there.
Driver versus Driver. Wilson.
That's a good voice.
Thank you. I've been working on my. I have a face for radio.